Yes, give him a round of applause.
The Perry Group started in the same office about 4 months before I started in real estate at Keller Williams Salt Lake City. So full circle, awesome, proud to be partnered with them finally. And so I've been with the team a little over 2 months now. Been diving in. Our title partner, Novation Title, and transferring it over to you guys to give us the scoop.
Sweet. I'm glad they put us together. We're like two peas in a pod. Quick little backstory. Do you want to say really quick? I was married to a Marine for many years. And if you could imagine 5 years of these two personalities, very apparent why it didn't last a long time. Like, what are we going to do today? What are we going to do? And my ex-husband, absolutely nothing, go away. Okay, so yes, again with Novation Title, we want to give a shout out to Tristan is here. I don't know if Tiff's here. Maybe I just...
Tiff's right here.
Oh, there she is. Okay, cool. We decided last week after the meeting, they're going to come in Thursday at 12:15. You've probably been sent a calendar invite for like a Title 101 class where they are going to go through the ins and outs of title from the beginning of the transaction to the end. They're going to go through a title report, what they look for, let us see that, and then like closing disclosures and everything at the end. I think it's going to be really good for new agents because you get to learn before you start doing transactions with your first couple. But I think it's also great for really seasoned agents as well because we get to see how they run their transactions, what they do, and it's going to be great to get to know them. So please come Thursday, 12:15.
I got it. I got mine. We're good. Did you want me to talk about the top 50, Tristan?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this was an awesome class. Well before I even knew Novation was in the mix of being our preferred title company. I attended one of their CE courses or one of their free trainings, and they talked about their like top 50 strategy, and I walked away from that and like completely blew my mind of how I wanted to approach 2025 and do more business. How to increase SOI. I had all these thoughts and ideas, but didn't really know how to implement them. And after taking that class, it was super helpful. So, is that something, Tristan, you think you guys are going to teach maybe to the group at some point, or do you want me to just talk about my experience?
It's next Thursday.
It's next Thursday.
Oh, okay. So one more time. Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, February 6th, 11 a.m.
I'm sure that'll go out in Slack.
It's already, and it's in your calendars. Next Thursday, 11
I don't know
a.m.
why I'm on that. Okay, there you go. So highly recommend. I guess I'll just give some encouragement. It's a great class. Taught me a lot about how I can sort of source more SOI business. So highly recommend it. If you have any questions about it, reach out to me or Tristan and tell you more about it. But yeah, anything else that we could do to talk them up?
That's it.
Okay, awesome. Who's next?
Annika.
Annika. Intercap blending. All right.
You don't know this babe? She's a babe, and she's my babe.
Hey, hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Annika. I'm one of the with Intercap. So I just wanted to give a quick market update because it's actually kind of a big week. You guys know why it's a big week?
Why?
No problem. They're on deck.
Yes. The Federal Reserve is meeting today and tomorrow, and then Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chair, will be addressing in a press conference. All the experts are saying we do not anticipate the Fed to cut rates this time. We'll see if they're going to hold. I know, but you never know. The other thing is that we have the PCE report, coming out on Friday. Do you guys know what that is? Okay, it is. I always say it wrong. It's the personal consumption expenditures report. It's what measures inflation. So it's super, super important. It's what kind of will choose the market to react one way or the other. So super important. If you have any questions about that, call Carlos. I call him every day and I'm like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? No, but super important things. We're hoping that inflation is getting back on track. All signs kind of point to that, but like I said, you never know. So, and then as far as the loan program, I wanted to just touch base on, I think we've let you guys know that Intercap actually did roll out with 2 in-house products, one for a lot loan, one for a 2-time close construction loan. They're incredible products. I used to process for the largest construction lender in Utah way back in the day, so I have experience with that. Super impressed with our in-house construction loan. I've closed 2 for clients of my own. And then for a segue into that, I'm going to be teaching the Just Mortgages class tomorrow and do a high-level overview on our lot financing and our construction loans. They're awesome, and they are, we have seen a huge uptick in people buying raw land, so it might be really useful information. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey everyone, my name is Tiff with Novation Title. I'm the Salt Lake City escrow officer based out of Midvale.
I'm Cindy. I specialize in Spanish speaking and commercial transactions, so I'm your go-to if you need that.
And today we just want to quickly talk to you about something that will greatly impact your transactions, and that's going to be HOA dues. Who here has been impacted with like a high HOA unexpected reinvestment fee or even a surprise sub HOA? Yeah, they pop up. There's a lot of things about that. So we're just going to share with you 2 quick tips that will keep you guys protected. For sellers or for listings, I would say my tip is just to get those HOA documents early on. HOA docs can take some time to gather, and they can pop up with some things that, like high fees or, sorry, I'm really nervous right now. So get those HOA docs early. And if you have a listing that has like an HOA, just reach out to us so that we can pull a title report. We can investigate if there's a sub HOA. Yeah.
For the buyer side, make sure that you're giving your clients enough time on your seller disclosure timeline to make sure that you have time to review all those HOA documents. And also your lender's going to need that information, so you want to make sure and have that. They will also require, most HOAs will require the buyer's email and phone number because they want to immediately have that in their system to change that over. I don't know why, but we have issues with agents wanting to give us their buyer's phone number and email if you are representing the seller and somebody else is representing the buyer. We just need to have that information. Also, you don't know what's going to pop up. You need to look for special assessments, reinvestment fees, and those can get really crazy. We just had a situation where there was an assessment. Does anybody want to guess what the assessment came out to be?
$32,000.
$40,000.
How much? $36,000. This is a really good example because the HOA was not really forthcoming with this information and they were in litigation. The attorney didn't want to, and I don't know if it was an attorney or who, but they had a very particular way of how they wanted to handle that particular part of the information. It ended up that the buyer ended up closing, and the buyer, after the fact, was told, you can come in with the $36,000, and this was late November, by December 31st, or we can spread this payment out and we'll amortize it over 30 years. So just be really careful with your HOAs. If you want information, more information on that, just reach out to us. Any questions?
Just a quick plug for anybody who hasn't worked with Tiff or Cindy. They're amazing. I have worked with Tiff my entire career, so over 8.5 years. I've sent her every single personal deal, she is an incredible human and one of my closest friends, so you'll love her. So.
I am also nervous. It's normal. Jack, you're volunteering for that. Yeah. You're going to be the tester. Okay. One thing, quick little update on where we're at. So it's on the screen. I'm ruining my numbers. So we are at 53 closed. There's a little glitch. It shows, oh, Johnny fixed it. We're at it's still there. 53 closed in January, 54 closed in 2025. That's a brain twister. But we're going with 53. Our goal for closings for January is 76. Our goal for contracts in January is 127. As you can see on the screen. What are we at? 148? We're at 148. So I'm not great at weather updates, but I feel like 155 is still pretty close. Our biggest month last year was April. We did 154 contracts. So we are on pace, and we have a really good shot at hitting our biggest month ever. Yeah. So last year we did 154 in April, 153 in October. Those were our two biggest months. So we could hit that. Only other thing I have, we talked about safety showing homes last week. Don't put yourself in a bad position just to sell a house when you're probably not going to sell a house anyway. I mean, you're not going to sell a house to the creeper. You're not going to sell a house. Okay, so I followed through. My action item was to bring pepper spray. This box has pepper spray in it. If I leave it up here, I feel like everyone's going to forget to grab one, so I'm going to pass it around. Take one if you'd like one. If the box comes back to me empty, I will bring more next week. Jack, this is what you volunteered for. If anyone wants to test it, I haven't tested it, so Jack said he would do it. 4.7 stars on Amazon though, with like 3,400 reviews, so it should be good. We think it works. Emily accidentally pepper sprayed herself inside her car one time. Don't do that. So, does it hurt? That's good.
It's not a good pre-workout.
She goes to the gym really early. She's like, got my pre-workout, let's just try it. There's like a little switch. You can like turn the thing so it's on or off. They should all be off right now. I didn't check them. I just dumped them in the box this morning. So I'm going to pass this. Cole's going to start us off. But you guys feel free to just pass this around. And again, if it comes back empty, I'll bring more. That's all I have.
Thanks, Drew. Did you hear what he said? We're having our best month ever. And it's January. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so we have a lot of stuff going on. It almost kind of gives you, if you think about it, it's like almost exhausting. It's like can I handle everything that's going on? So I want to encourage you, no matter where you're at in the peer group, let me just say, let me talk to those people that have been here less than 5 years. The great part, it's most of you. So I want to encourage you to lean into everything that's going on. If you're saying, Jack, I kind of got it already figured out, I'm an expert at this, I don't need help, I encourage you to lean into it and be involved and share your great mind with other people in the group who might not be as awesome as you are. One of the things that makes the Perry group what it is our involvement to help one another. And I was talking to someone that's joined our team, and I said to him, I said, if you ever talk to someone and somebody on the Perry group and they're not willing to help, please let me know, because I will go talk to them. So I just want to, no matter who you are, if you've been with the Perry group from day one, or if you're like just got your license this week, the great part about the Perry group is we're willing to help other people, and no matter who you are, you can be Michael Perry, Darren, Chris, our top agents. The contract that you sign when you join this group is that you're going to help other people crush it and kill it and be successful. We are successful as a team because of each other. So I just want, hey, I think it's going great. I wake up some mornings, sometimes in the day, and it's like, man, everything we're doing is just like exploding. It's going awesome. So, but I just want to, if you're kind of sitting here today thinking, Jack, I'm missing it, I feel lost, there's so many people here and everything like that, I don't know what's going on, I want to encourage you to lean in. Instead of not showing up, you show up more. And I just want this to be the year that you be like, man, this is going to be unbelievable for you in your real estate career. But the important part is that you lean into what's going on. Everything we do is for you to help you crush it. The class that they're teaching, Title's going to teach next Thursday. If I was you, I'd camp out here the night before. You want to make sure that you're here, that nothing gets in the way. Because we're helping you, they're helping you build your business to an unbelievable way. So please, if you're brand new, checking the Perry group out, or you're here, man, just please lean into everything that's going on. So you got that? Okay. JD, why don't you come talk about Content Day real quick?
Guess who's still back? Sorry. That's just I'm gonna make it an ongoing joke at this point. Alright, I gotta pull up my notes. Huh?
Nothing. I was just going with your joke.
You're going with your job.
Why are you staring at me so hard? What was that, Jacob? I'm pausing you on Zillow.
Hey, for my conversion, bro. I got good conversion shit. Alright, let me pull it up.
I left you staring at me like that.
No, I meet clients and I'm just...
They might need pepper spray from you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we're working on coordinating a time to go film at a listing in Olympus Cove next week sometime. I gotta get with Jordan, we're figuring it out. But this week we've got, same as we've been doing, so the 5 different options for a podcast style. Best time to sell your home in Utah, so like seasonal insights, top 3 renovations that add the most value, understanding the closing process, what buyers and sellers should know, how to navigate the Utah real estate market as a first-time buyer, and red flags to watch for during a home tour. And then for a fun, like trending video idea, go around and interview different agents, show them a random house, like a random listing, give them the city, and then just ask them how much they think it's listed at. And then we'll see how good everyone is. That's it.
Love it.
Thanks. Wait. So before Maggie comes back up, so if you're in Davis County, Weber County, so basically anything north of Salt Lake, we have a meeting at 12:10 downstairs. We've got about 23 agents that are from up there. So if you know of more people in Davis and Weber County, please let them know. We're projected to launch something really soon this coming year. So please, Davis, Weber County, 12:10 downstairs. So, okay, this thing we're going to do with Maggie, it's all yours.
Okay.
Hi again. Hi. Okay, so I just went around and handed this situational, we've done this before, and they do this all the time in Utah County, and I think it's just a really, really cool practice. They call it situational football, but here it's just a situational real estate situation, I should say, and we're gonna go through it and talk about this as a crew, okay? So you have the situation in front of you, but I'm gonna read it and explain it, and then we're going without an agent. And she would like some help. The seller of so she has found the listing, okay? And the seller has an agent with your friend months ago, okay? But they decided to wait to sell. She says the seller's agent told them that they are getting a discount because they, wait, what do we do?
I would ask her if they're willing to accept your contract without, like, if an agent's not listing your house.
Okay, say it one more time.
I would ask her if they're willing to still accept the contract without an agent listing your house since it's contingent.
Yep. What else?
I would make sure that they haven't signed a buyer broker agreement with anybody else.
That they don't have a signed buyer broker? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the listing agent, you see this situation part 2 down here? The listing agent writes the contract for them and sends it for review to the buyer, and then she sends it to you and asks you to review it. Okay? When you're reviewing it, you realize that the agent did not include a single contingency in the contract and made the earnest money immediately non-refundable. What do?
Start warning your friends about the financial repercussions of going with a listing agent instead of having somebody on your side represent you on the buy side. We all know, we all saw last week when there was those townhomes up near the Capitol where it was like the listing agent represented like 3 of them, and we had 2 paralegal people represent the other 2, and it's like saved like $50K.
Yeah.
So.
But if I'm the client, I'm getting a 3% discount.
Can I think that one over for a
Yeah.
second?
What do you say to that?
Saving money doesn't always save you money.
And are you
Okay.
sure?
You're also saving, I mean, yes, you're saving at 3%, but also you're getting screwed over. Your earnest money is going to be non-refundable upon acceptance, and then there's no contingency written. So technically, you have until settlement deadline to get your house sold. FSBO, not going to happen. And so, yes, you're technically saving money, but also you're going to lose your earnest money, and it's going to just be really bad. You're going to lose money.
But you're not saving money if the inspection comes back and you have stuff to repair, or if the appraisal comes in low. Like, there's a lot of other various factors than just saving 3%.
Well, and where was it stated in the contract that they are quote unquote saving money, right? Are they truly saving money? What was that purchase price? Where is that out? Like,
Yeah.
are they
So
really saving money?
yeah, let's say that the it's listed here, and there is a 3% drop in the price on it. So I think that what I want you guys to think about is what questions are you asking her, right? Okay, so Jaden, my feedback to you would be, how do you take that message and turn it into a question to them to make them come up with that same answer, right? Scott?
I would ask the question, like, how confident are you that you actually are saving money?
How confident are you?
This price is
Yep.
different than what, how do you know that this price is actually market value?
Julie?
I would also ask them who's watching out for their needs and their interests, because the listing agent is contracted to watch out for the seller's needs. So who is watching out for you? That's what I would ask them to just see how that.
Yeah, and I think your question, yes, and I think your question is, what happens when your home doesn't sell, or if your home doesn't sell, right? Yeah. Can you afford both? Yeah. Right? And making them come up with the answers to that. Oh God, I didn't think about that. Oh God, you're right. Like that's what we're after, right? Anthony, you got something?
Yeah, I would have a conversation about what risks they face, and then uncover more that they maybe didn't see.
Right. Yep. What risks are there in this contract that you can see?
I mean, earnest money's obvious, but other things too.
Yeah. Yes, Bailey.
We could ask them if they are comfortable not being able to renegotiate after repair or after inspections because they have no due diligence contingency.
Right. Stacy?
And also if they explain to them what dual agency means. And the
What dual
fiduciary
agency means, yeah.
Means and the fiduciary duties that go along with it, which encompasses all of this.
Yes.
And so educating them makes you look like you stand out.
Totally. Yep. Whit?
I think also a big thing that would flag me too is if they're wanting to not use me, but then they're sending me the contract after they wrote it to review it because they do want my opinion and they do want me to give them advice. Well, then why let me do it my way?
Trust.
Let me do
Yes.
it best for you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So something, I'm gonna counter that with, so something that Sharon always says is the education is free, but the implementation is where we charge. And I think that is so true in this situation. And I know, I mean, obviously I don't sell as much as other people in the room, but I've had experience working transactions and with other agents. And I think it's super important to keep an educational role if somebody's really on the fence and has already got to the point where they're willing to submit a contract with another agent and allow them to see how complicated the process is and ask you for the representation.
Yeah, I mean, that's a banger of a line. The education is free, but the implementation is free charge, so.
So how would you though?
So, this is good. Okay, wait, hang on, pause. Role play. So you're gonna be the agent and you'll be the buyer in this scenario. Okay?
I think you should be the agent.
I think you're first, yeah, because she.
Well,
okay. I didn't need a role play, but I was just gonna ask, how would you say that though? Like, I've had experience with this before, where like, you know,
well, let's get into it.
friends or family or stuff are they're inactive licenses or whatever, but they send me contracts to review. So I understand, like, yeah, I'll educate you, but when they say, what should I do, or what do you think about this? Like, and then are you gonna say, hey, it's on you, or are you gonna say, this is not, I see red flags with this, and do you point those red flags out, and then let them assess, or, well, I guess that was my whole thing.
Yeah, let's see what happens. So let's have you be the client.
Okay.
And you be the agent.
Great.
Okay,
great.
I'm
coming in hot as an agent. I sold one house in 2 years. Anyway, go for it.
Give me your free whatevers and charge me for the rest. Okay, so hey, I just got this contract and I'm gonna send it over to you. Can you check it out for me?
So tell me a little bit more. Where did this contract come from?
The agent on that house that I liked, she just wrote it for me.
Okay, I know that we had met a little bit, a couple of months ago looking at listing your house.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys now looking to purchase a secondary property? Where are you guys at in the process?
Well, I am purchasing, I am sending the contract. I want to sign this contract and buy this house.
So I know that you guys currently have a home that you're looking, that we had talked about selling at some point. So just catch me up to speed. Obviously I didn't know you guys were in the market looking to buy a property. So it sounds like maybe another agent sent you a contract on a property that you're interested in. Is that right?
Yeah, and she said she would just write it up for me and I'd save money without going, like, I wanted to use you, but then she said I could save money, so I'm gonna save the money.
Okay.
And just have you tell me, like, does this look good?
Yeah, totally. I get where you're coming from with that. Obviously, when you're in the market for a home, you want to get the best price possible. So, do you know, catch me up to speed. I'll take a look at the contract and give you my professional opinion on what this other agent is offering you. Do you know what the discount is?
3%. She's gonna save me 3% total, which I remember when I spoke to you, you were gonna charge me 3%, so this seems way better.
Okay. In the contract she sent over, I'm assuming she sent the purchase price that you guys agreed on.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let me take a look at it. We can just assume I reviewed the contract.
Yep.
All right, Whitney,
So I took a look at the contract here, and I'm happy to kind of give you some information just so you're prepared going into this contract working with this other agent. It looks like, so throughout the process, right, if you accept this offer, you guys are technically under contract, which is super exciting. But there's other steps throughout the process that I want you to be aware of that are outlined in this contract, so you're prepared as you're working with this other agent. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So it looks like here we have something called due diligence. Did you do a due diligence on the home that you currently own? This is kind of when you get the inspection and take a look at anything that might be wrong with the property. Do your homework on it.
I did, but I used an agent and I went through their inspector and they kind of
Cool.
did all that for me.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. I'm just letting you know now on this contract, it looks like the agent has proposed that you don't have an opportunity to negotiate anything that might come up during that process. So let's say there's an issue with your main sewer line, or you figure out that the roof is old. They're saying here, without a due diligence contingency, that you're okay with all of that. Is that accurate?
I don't know, I've never seen one of you. I've never seen that. That's why I was asking you. Are you telling me that?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
So I just want you to be prepared for that if you accept it as is, that's what you would be dealing with. But you have the option to tell the agent that that's not what you want to do. So you would need to collaborate with her if that's something that you want to change, if you wanted to go about purchasing this property independently.
So I just call her and tell her to change that, or do I write an email, or can you write something for me?
That's a great question. I'll come back to that. There's one other thing that I want to point out to you. So even though you're purchasing this property in cash, there is what's called a financing appraisal deadline. And for me, whenever I'm working with a client, whether they're financing or purchasing a property in cash, it's super important to do an appraisal because you want to make sure that you're actually paying market value for a home and you're not overpaying based on what the market data says. Does that make sense?
This is very intense. I might just give you my 3% and
That's
not
exactly
more.
right. So great job. Round of applause for these guys. Okay.
My kind of house of music.
Yeah. Em, I think you did such a good job of demonstrating that the education is free, and all of a sudden when you start educating them on, holy shit, this is a lot of, there's a lot here. Do I do an email? Do I do, like, that was such a, you would naturally feel overwhelmed, right? So
I think
that's
it's
really good. Yes. Yeah, yes. Michael, do you need just 5 minutes? 5 minutes or 10? You ready? Okay. I would like to, just to really cap this off, I want to do another quick role play on this scenario with somebody who has a totally different perspective on how they would handle this. If there is somebody in the room that has a different perspective on how they would handle it. Anybody in the room feel like they would do something different than Emily, or did she just slam dunk? Bailey? Oh, Jess?
No, I have a comment, but you can do the role play with me.
Anybody? Yeah? Wait, hang on.
We were just wondering if you guys would actually review the contract if you were not the agent. I think that we would be all for advice and education, but I would not take the contract.
Like, wouldn't look at it?
Yeah. Like, I would not say, hey, this is what it says, this is what I would do, because I'm not the agent. So I wouldn't want to put myself in that situation.
To clarify, in this scenario, the seller's agent is not looking to duly represent. They ask the buyer to send the contract. Obviously, details are important. The buyer obviously didn't know how to write a contract, and so the listing agent wrote it and sent it to the buyer and said, you can just sign this and work with us.
Yeah, I think we understood that. I think personally, I would still not want to put myself in that situation. I would try to educate and give some type of advice, but not specific to the contract, if that makes sense.
Because if she didn't sign it, she would be under dual agency, right?
No.
It's an unrepresented buyer.
It's an unrepresented buyer.
Trying to,
Totally.
all they're trying to do
Unrepresented
is
buyer
save
coming
money.
to you, being like, I need some help with this. Can you review this for me and make sure that I'm not getting screwed?
So then we would be allowed.
Yeah.
To give
And Emily didn't touch anything exact on the contract. She did make that very clear in doing this. She just overwhelmed me with dates and time and what I need to do. She didn't give me any advice about dates, or I guess money. She did, or
Yeah. Really good, like, this is, okay, Jess, I'm gonna go to you, so you have the comment first.
Yeah, so I think where this is a friend, right, this is your friend asking you for advice, one of my questions would be, if the seller's willing to lose the 3%, either way, they're either gonna pay me, right, we can ask them to pay it, or they're just gonna give it to you off, what's their motivation to not have you represented?
Exactly.
So good. Yeah, they're losing it either way, so, yeah. What are they afraid of?
So what are they afraid of? Why don't they want somebody looking out for you?
Oh, okay. I think that is the perfect place to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for your participation.
Late, girl.
Real quick while Michael comes up, I just want to shout out, Emily was bold enough to do that in front of all of you, and she's a director of ops. She's not an agent that did 20 deals last year. So, way to be brave.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Michael.
Okay, raise of hands. Who has ChatGPT on their phone? Wow, that's sick. Okay, go download it if you haven't downloaded it real quick. I'm going to play 2 videos that I think are cool, concerning, inspiring, and then I'm going to give a really cool AI exercise. So if you can play the first one.
How disruptive do you think AI is going to be?
How do I put this? It is the single greatest innovation of humanity ever. The only thing that comes close is probably the splitting of the atom. This is so big. Everything we've talked about is based on scarcity of knowledge. Why do lawyers get paid on scarcity of knowledge? Either scarcity of knowledge, scarcity of capital, those 2 things. What you've created is infinite knowledge. Right, knowledge is now worth 0. Not, people can't see it yet, but it's going to be worth 0. This is like water. What the hell does that mean? And it's something, a topic we'll come on to later, but this is happening really fast. It's going to break the entire economic model, for good and for bad. It's going to change our understanding of how society functions, what humans do. It's going to change our understanding what humans are and will be. Because you can either have the choice, and society will take the 2 paths. You either merge with the machines, or you reject the machines.
Okay, so it was 11 o'clock last night. I was walking my dog and I listened to that video. And that video kind of freaked me out from the sense of like, I think in a sense, like I brag about knowledge and knowing things. So I watched a following video that I'm gonna play, and I think it gave me some ideas.
If you're not engaging AI actively and aggressively, you're doing it wrong. You're not going to lose your job to AI. You're going to lose your job to somebody who uses AI. Your company is not going to go out of business because of AI. Your company is going to go out of business because another company used AI. There's no question about that.
How disruptive?
That is all. So this is a really cool exercise. So I just, on the Perry Group chat, which I love to abuse on Slack, go copy and paste, or copy that link, and pull out your phone, and do this exercise, so I think you realize how powerful it is.
Zillow one?
Yeah, the Zillow one, 9th Ave. Okay, do we all have it copied?
Yeah. Just the whole chat?
Just that Zillow link.
Okay, gotcha.
So for future, I've tried this many ways. You need to pull the Zillow link. For some reason, it's the most useful link in what I'm about to do. And I think this is for each and every single one of you. I know this would massively help me in areas I don't know. So you copy that, pull up ChatGPT, and this is the prompt I want you to type in. Tell me a little bit about this house, period. I'm not from the area, and I'm about to show this to a new buyer I've never met, and I want to sound educated. Then paste that link. And then press arrow. Okay, I would love, and I think it gives probably semi-different responses to everybody, so I would love to hear what it did.
Chef's kitchen.
Key features, yeah.
Mother-in-law.
Single family home, 2024, 4 bedroom, full bath, 3,500 square feet, 11.11 acre lot. Historic Avenues neighborhood.
Cindy Lakeview.
My neighborhood
Neighborhood the proximity to downtown.
Okay, so what's super cool is the first paragraph tells you, like, congrats, cool. It tells you everything an MLS page does. But what I think doesn't is about the neighborhood established in the 1850s, boom, 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 local amenities. How I think you convert Zillow buyers or people you don't know is by knowing, and I'll just reference Dustin, my friend Dustin, for example. He has or had, I don't know if he still does, the highest Zillow conversion rate, and he's a master at creating like logical conversation around the neighborhood, around the community that is not really real estate based. And I think this, if that's not your strength or your skill set, this helps you do that pretty quickly by giving you facts. So dining, recreation, community. Okay, keep paying attention. Obviously, it's like, cool, AI can do that. This is really cool. So you have that, and then I typed in, any other properties on the market that are similar? Question mark. Use Zillow. Press that button. If you weren't paying attention to what I said. Any other properties on the market that are similar? Question mark. Use Zillow.
Whoa.
Jack Perry. Just not engaging in my education.
It's got to be about social media.
Okay, what are some addresses that come up?
Virginia Street.
Walcott.
54 North Beach Street.
Okay, basically all addresses in the avenues besides Whitney's. Whitney's AI is very confused. Okay, so that's cool. And then I say, how are the schools in the area? Type that in. Okay, then it's going to tell you about schools, which is awesome. Which I don't know if we legally can talk about, but it's for another time and place.
Can we give our clients the prompts themselves and then they can look it up?
I wouldn't do that because you want to be the source of knowledge.
Well, just the high school part, or the school part.
Well, so there are sites.
Schools I'm not publicly going to speak about, but you can give websites. I'll say that.
And crime rates too.
Crime, okay.
Don't say anything.
Okay, we're staying on track. This is probably the coolest one. What is, if you're showing a house that's been on the market for a couple months, what is a pretty common question?
Why are they selling?
What's wrong with that?
We're almost, thank you, Maggie. Why do you think this original house I sent you hasn't sold? Type it in. I'll read it. high price point at $2.19 million. The home is in the luxury price range, which significantly narrows the pool of potential buyers. If the price doesn't align with comparable homes in the area or perceived value, it may deter interest. Okay, like, congrats. Again, that's general knowledge. But what I think is so cool is number 2, unique style. Like, this couldn't be more true. Modern design in a historic area. Preference mismatch. Luxury buyer pool. Economic factors. Market timing. Winter slump. Market saturation. No yard space. Like, this is a way more advanced answer than a local would give. Or, no, like, I'm wrong. This is probably the exact answer Bob Plum would give to selling his house on Harvard Ave. And so I think real estate's one of those weird industries where I think AI is like gonna hit and impact, but it's such a storytelling industry. I don't really know how heavy it impacts, but I can tell you that you're gonna get smoked by people. Like, if compensation goes down and we have to do more deals, that kind of thing, like, this is exactly how you'll be able to do it. If we ever see commission compression or you don't have money to hire an assistant, like, these are really easy, simple things that you can do time and time again that just give you a little bit of value add. Any questions?
Would you do this before or during,
Yes.
or if your clients ask you while you're there, like, why do you think this house has been sitting? Do you hurry and plug this into ChatGPT on your phone while you're there and say you're doing research, or are you doing it before?
Yeah, I mean, this should, in my mind, just be like standard procedure. You type this in before every single showing. I would, the second I answer that Zillow call, I probably would type it in, like, if I'm not driving. I mean, it's just like, this was incredible. This blew my mind. Like, the backyard answer, the historical. I think a lot of what AI will do is, like, it will really separate the people who are prepared or not prepared. If you're good at storytelling, you'll be fine. But I think this will just make real estate so much easier.
Michael, one extra little prompt I would add to that is who would buy this specific house versus the other options you sent and why? And
What does it come up with?
I mean, like 7 paragraphs worth of answers.
Give me a tidbit.
Who would choose, why would they choose this house? They like modern construction, but I'm paraphrasing, versus older homes, which are harder to find in the avenues in Utah. Energy efficiency means more to them than older homes. Use in locations, front porch living, move-in ready convenience. That's kind of a generic answer. Why would they not? They like historic or traditional. They like larger sized homes. And they like a home that hasn't already been updated to something they may not love.
Cool.
Sweet.
And then there's several other paragraphs.
And I think people trust AI enough to start to infuse, like, if you're in a situation where it's a cold meeting, you don't know the person, I probably would not mention that, hey, you're using AI. But I think people are rapidly trusting AI almost just as much as they trust humans. And so I think if there's a way to infuse that, hey, AI helped you create this response and answer, you'll just be looked at as more of a professional than like a Swiss knife in your back pocket. Okay, that's all I got.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. I was down at Utah team meeting last week, and one of the agents stood up and shared they're getting business from doing something that is so easy that we miss, and you hear us talk about it. He said he is DMing and commenting 5 people a day to his basically his followers, and he's basically getting business from it. So you've heard us encourage you. I encourage you to DM 5 people, comment 5 people a day, like their stuff. It's a door that I think is going to open before you. Minimum 5 a day, 25 different people a week, which is 100 people a month. I guarantee if you do that, you will see your business go to the next level. But the exciting part about it, You can do it 24 hours a day. You can do it while you're waiting for your doctor. You can do it while you're waiting at the red light. You can do it while you're right before you go to bed or right when you wake up. I encourage you to do it. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep, go ahead and do it, because the reason why you can't sleep because you might want more business, and so if you do this, you will get more business, which will keep you up. You will get more excited. So I encourage you. You just got to do it. So, okay, we're done this morning. Remember the meeting downstairs. So we have a lot of new people that have been to the group the last couple of weeks. What I want you to do, we do it every week. I want you to stand up, and I want you to find some people you have, and I'm serious, that you have never even met, never even looked at, never even talked to. So please do that before you go. Carlos wants you to kind of lead the thing. Once you stand up for us, and then let Carlos do no Carlos. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow.
set out the open house time, like it's like a bottle every 5 minutes to give people a bottle of wine every 5 minutes.
That's not a bad idea. Let's do that. I heard they have like wine and like charcuterie and all that at the
I've never. Broken.
if you're from Davis and Weber, please head downstairs. But everybody else continue talking. Davis, Weber, head downstairs.
It's orange, red, or yellow.
Hey, how's it going? What? I don't have any. Yeah, you need to do one. How you doing, man? You haven't done any? Oh, you're part of that. That's fine. I'm hanging out here, so if you want. Oh, good. Receive it. He's awesome. So yeah, I'll just be up here. That's awesome. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, what did you text about? Was it about the open house? Okay. Gotcha. You're awesome. Right, Coleman? I'd love to do a presentation. We just go in that room and we'll just walk through it. What did you say his name was? If you wanted him to join, if you've connected, this is so helpful for you to connect with other agents that are. That's why I say there's a lot. Time is great. Anyway. I'll see you in a bit.
That's really the most important thing for us. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, first off, he told me to say hi. Awesome. And yeah, he said, "We're set up this and we work out together."
Oh no, high school.
No,
yeah.
So
I'm talking about a couple years.
He was to consider joining us.
Oh no way.
Yeah. So I'm connecting with school and telling him all about it. So we're walking through it right now. He's still at school here. And possibly his wife, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So they are such a cool couple. And his daughter and his cousin, they're the sweetest people. Oh my gosh. Who is that?
Now I'm looking for you about me.
I see. Okay. Well, he asked me how I'm doing in real estate. And I said, no, I don't know. You need to hear that this way.
Yeah, that's good.
I love it. You gotta get my call. They're nice. We were working out separate. I was working out by my son. So we just always saw him. And so then I just like, you know, you guys are around. Would you mind if we join that team? Oh my gosh, yeah, so much fun. So cool. Yeah, they just, yeah. They had a baby. Let's get another version.
Lee, do you mind taking a photo of us? That is so funny. What a small world.
Yeah, he'll love this. Thank you. Oh, that's fine.
No, it's okay.
You're sweet. I appreciate it.
How much, what does he do now?
Something remote.
I thought you were going to say, well, I'm selling this house, I'm going to be pissed. I haven't followed up with him for a couple of years.
Have you really? Oh my god.
He's going to finish
Why? Sure.
That's why
I feel like one of the class for people, like, just to hear that kind of stuff, because it's like, yeah, I was there. But then, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to get over that? Yeah, I get it. That makes me wonder, oh, I'm going there for that part of the
That's great.
so
So I'll be coming in tomorrow. They're having me do.
I don't know. Don't go with someone else.
So I'm gonna have to go back, like I know John's every time I think sure, and stuff.
I can, if he does this, I can understand what he's talking about. Just because I'm he asked me this morning, did you talk to Kirsten?
Oh, really? He really is really nice.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, I know. Oh, I'm so with you. I mentioned today about my son. My son's trying to he's a dude. And they're like, dude, we need to help him with that.
Yeah.
Cranky, come there. You know,
come over here. They want to see me, like, everything. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's and they got nothing. Yeah. Because I've got two, and they keep losing people to that. They're like, yeah, I've got another few. And then, like, and all of a sudden, my son was coming. And so I'm like, you know, I'm trying to connect with them, and I was, well, I lost my son, my grandchild, you know, and I'm like, okay, but they're so sweet.
Yeah, sometimes I walk away, I'm just like,
yeah,
trying to help these people, but I want to, like,
oh, that's exactly the case with these two. Well, it's a family, but yeah, first, then you're awesome. Yeah, well, I gotta just get to a meeting and see Kirsten about,
Bakersfield?
yeah, and, but holy crap, strong.
Easy.
So easy. Okay, I'm not at that. Trying to get to do this. One girl, she was 45 minutes. And he's like, I don't think I can do that. And his wife's like, stop it, Greg. I believe in you. You can do this. And I lifted maybe 300. You're going to hurt yourself. So they took 2 off. It was 90 off. And then I tried it, and I picked it up, and I put the little tinge in my back. No! It's 340. No, Josh is
Oh, Jesus, that's insane. She's
I don't know.
oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, he took a picture of, I almost took a picture of her, but I don't know if you're that close or not that. But for me to take a picture would have been weird. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I will really fast time I go back.
I will, yeah, I definitely tell them. They definitely remember you then.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, there was so much.
Very positive too, so, yeah.
Them, I told this before, I helped them and I was really I was like, this is so weird.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. I love it. Oh my god.
I was 5 shows for 2 weeks because they didn't take my advice on.
No.
Yeah.
I get it. That's all right. I'm just gonna go with that. What do you do for that? Anything? Oh, shit. It's three shots, which is insane. So, yeah. Where you going, Caleb? How you doing?
Hoping to do some content today.
You're what?
Hoping to do some content today.
Oh, nice. Is that happening?
How are you?
I'm good.
It's fun. I'm going to be talking today.
Oh, you're going to do it though, right? My wife is not here, so it's just she's in No, it's what's new, man?
I just talked to Innovation, like, yeah, we'll rush up. But work is because I have like, but I'm not going to. No, I'm actually good. I'm good with closure. So like, for me,
You'll be up there, right? There's no question.
are you back to you? No. What the heck? My guy's trying to throw cash at him.
All I need is to see my
Yeah, that's how it
I said to see him. Yeah, we're the worst ones to contact.
What up, boss? Arturo, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, circle dialogue.
I do I got a few agents up in Northville, so. Yeah, do you ever think? No. Any questions?
Like